Welcome back to the Socialist Star YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Socialist Star, otherwise formerly known as Minx28. So I made a video a couple days ago, and that video was on Ethan Klein and the whole situation there. Now I didn't include a bunch of clips or context. It was more a espousal of my thoughts after looking at everything with the drama between him and Hassan Piker. And that video, of course, got comments. Now, one of the things that I believe needs to happen when people are utterly wrong is they need to be pulled aside and they need to have themselves understand why they were utterly wrong. So now I'm going to do that. But before we do that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment down below. Just be aware, I have no problem calling out idiocracy. I have no problem getting on someone's nerves. And I have no problem informing you when you're wrong. I also have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. And I can assure you in that video, I wasn't. I'm sorry, I won't. I'm not even trying to be arrogant. I won't admit that I was wrong in that video because I wasn't. This is an insane take. You clearly haven't done any unbiased research into this. Calling yourself a nerd to make yourself feel smart doesn't mean you are smart. You've made this video with obvious bias and no genuine research. Also, going after Gila's voice when you sound like that. Come on now. Talk about boring and dry. Had to watch this on 2x speed, and even then, it was a struggle. I haven't done any unbiased research. No research is unbiased. Like you come in with an expected theory and your research either proves your theory or proves your biases wrong. My biases aren't wrong because my biases was that Ethan has been attempting to normalize genocide after he got thrashed by Hassan and he felt humiliated because his reality was broken in front of him. And lead down that road, here we are now, where he is literally acting like the jealous ex who cannot get over the fact that not only has their ex moved on, but they've damn near forgotten about them, which was the biases that I went into this after doing my research. I literally was subscribed to H3H3 before Hassan, during the Hassan Ethan podcast, and for like 3 or 4 months afterwards, I was still subscribed to H3H3, but I could tell something was like odd and off with Ethan, and also the content just kind of fell out of style, which can happen for me, and like I unsubscribed. As for the nerd to make myself feel smart, I am smarter than you are, I'm pretty sure, but you know what? Maybe in your profession you're smarter than me, more than likely, but in this case, I assure you, I'm smarter than you. An obvious bias, again, like I just said, yes, I had bias. My bias is that I disagree with like genocide and any attempt to water it down, damn near akin to basically committing the act yourself. So like that entire argument makes no sense, especially in today's world. You cannot hide from genocide. This isn't like fucking the times of Genghis Khan where it takes a messenger 3 months and I hope that he doesn't get shot by an arrow to inform the nearest city that an entire fucking valley of people has just been wiped out. We literally can watch people die on TikTok Live, but you enjoy you, sister. You do you. And another person commented about my Gila take, so I'll double penetrate you both when that comment comes up.
Nice.
Painfully biased. Comparing Ethan to right-wing grifters is actually insane and shows how skewed your judgment is. Ethan is quite literally getting his research from the fake leftist Sex-Pestiny and his Discord and his second-hand man.
Sorry, guys. Okay, here, I found it. Apologies, this is the Destiny subreddit, but it is what it is. This is the only place that showed this clip.
And I hate to break it to you, but they may not be deep right-wing grifters, but their worldview is rather light liberal and heavy on the right. I'm sorry, it just is. Because, mind you, Sex-Pestiny is the guy who basically said Israel should just get the genocide over with, do what they're gonna do, and set their borders. Yeah, I call that right-wing. Anytime you are an advocate for genocide, that makes you right-wing. Sorry, hate to break it to you. You know, if you want to defend your boy's mental crash out, at the very least, do your own research. Because clearly you didn't. Please stop making videos and go make friends. To a degree, you win. Question is, considering how small my channel is and me being in your algorithm, this means that you have rather obsessively, or at least to a strong enough degree to cause the YouTube algorithm to put Ethan Klein's mental crash out consistently in your algorithm, that you yourself also spend a lot of time on the internet. While you claim I should stop making videos and go make friends, my response is you should stop watching videos and go make friends. I have time, so I choose to spend my time doing this. You choose to spend your time leaving the blandest fucking response of all of them, honestly. The rest of them have you beat. They at least attempted. I'm not sure if you were jerking off at one point and then just came back to it and heard something you didn't like. Not sure. But I hope you get better, and I hope you stop watching videos and go make friends.
She
Accidentally muted the video. It made it watchable. So this one, it has nothing to do with the drama. I'm actually a little confused. You said you muted it, and then the video was watchable, so I'm assuming you at least finished it or continued watching for a decent amount of time, at least long enough for you to type that comment, and probably a few extra seconds after that. So if that's the case and you're no longer hearing me talk and it was now watchable, does that mean you found me attractive? Is that what you're saying? Because if so, I appreciate the compliment. I mean, clearly that's the only reason why you continue watching the video, because again, it was lacking a shit ton of clips, and it had very few memes or little cutaways and all this bullshit. It was mostly my face. Probably about 95% of the video was my face. So if you are saying that my appearance makes a video watchable, I appreciate. Thank you. You're amazing. Not sure how the fuck you attempted to say that and also insult, and drastically failed at both. But, you know, to each his own. I'm sure you're a good-looking person once you go take a shower and get a proper haircut and visit a gym or something. I don't know. I have not seen your face, so you could be hot now for all the fuck we care. For all we know. I mean, you could be. I appreciate the compliment you gave me, though. I was a little confused. It was hard to keep up with that. Or you could have accidentally muted the video and just don't know how computers work, so you tried for a while to figure out how to unmute it and couldn't, and just said fuck it, I'll watch it, and cut the subtitles on. I'm not sure if that's what happened. I don't know. Even if you say, oh, I use the subtitles, then you still heard my arguments. It's just you didn't hear it from my voice, in which case you still think I look attractive. You just don't like my voice, which is fine. I don't really care. I assure you, you'll never be in a position where you hear my voice craving for you. I promise you.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
So this one had a little bit of substance and attempt at thought. I appreciate. I really do. So let's get into it. Let's dissect it. This video is weird as hell, saying Hila should never be a talking voice because you think she's boring and don't like her voice or can't seem to understand what she's saying. That sounds like a you problem, as I and thousands of other people can understand her perfectly well. LMFAO. Since when are we dehumanizing people who are boring? The amount of facts in this video that are explicitly wrong is insane. Rethink this rebrand with peace and love. Okay, there's a lot there, and I think even with you putting thought into it, you failed. Saying Hila should never be a talking voice was a underlying joke with context that you did not get, which is fine. Comedy is very subjective. Part of the context is literally that every time she says something, either about the Hassan situation or about someone no longer wanting to work with her, under the context of them just sending one text saying that and saying they wish them the best of luck or whatever, that they just can't work with them no more, and then just assuming that they don't want to work with them because they hate Jews, which is wild because you just throw the object understanding of their anti-Semitic on there. And also just, the woman who literally said she was too bored in the IDF and wanted to get close to the action, so she literally went on a raid to burglarize someone's home and terrorize a family of, I believe it was, I'm not sure, I don't think it was Gaza, I think it was in the West Bank. I'm not sure on that. I could be wrong. Can't remember. Last time I saw that clip was like a week ago. She went along on this raid because she was bored. So she participated in terrorism because she was bored. I'm not condemning every IDF soldier. Okay, we all live in the context, unfortunately, to quote Kamala Harris, you didn't just fall out of a coconut tree. We all live within the context of every step that every person that came before us, that is. So I understand that a lot of IDF soldiers are doing what they're doing because it's their worldview. But the thing is, their worldview is wrong. Now, a good amount of IDF soldiers, of which you can quite literally just go to YouTube and type in IDF soldier talks about the negatives of what they did on the news, and you can find hundreds of clips of IDF soldiers literally explaining how, I did what I thought was my civil service, blah, 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 whatever, or my military service, and I came to find out that everything Israel does is fucking awful when it comes to handling the people of Palestine. So that's what I was saying about her voice. And also, yeah, in a way I did per se shit on her voice. In the context I think you're trying to frame it, which is that I was dehumanizing her, which I wasn't. I was just saying she literally sounds like she's fucking sick all the time. Like she has a stuffed nose all the time. And she drones all the time. And it's like I got bored, so I wanted to go with the soldiers. That's how she talks. And maybe that is her accent. I don't know. I don't think it's her accent. I think that's just how she fucking talks. And it's boring. I'm not afraid of someone making a joke about my voice. I mean, I quite literally sound like a boy who was going through puberty, and instead of the balls fully dropping, they got stuck halfway up.
Pause.
Someone could make that joke. Well, they can't now because I made it. So, kiss my ass. I don't understand what she says because her narratives, like I said, are often always either arguments based out of a lie or completely conflict themselves. Okay? And if you understood the context and the situations she talks about sometimes, you would see that, but you don't because you're someone who commented on a matter of politics with someone who understands politics more than you do. I quite literally went to college for this shit. The part that gets me the most about your comment isn't even all that other shit. It's something that proves, in fact, everything I just said about an examination of your comment. And that is, I'm assuming maybe to give you the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know you, maybe you meant this as a joke. Let me read this, okay, and follow along with me. The amount of facts in this video that are explicitly wrong is insane. Let me say it again, and I will spell out the word you need to look for. The amount of FACTS in this video that are explicitly wrong is insane. Now let's go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Fact, noun, something that has actual existence, an actual occurrence, a piece of information presented as having objective reality, the quality of being actual, so forth and so on. So basically you are saying, by the definition of the word fact, that everything I said in the video was correct. But then you also try to say it's wrong despite the word fact being what you describe everything I say in the video as fact is wrong. But the definition of fact is something that is objectively, meaning there is no biased notion, it is confirmed to be reality. It actually occurred, and somehow I was wrong. I mean, I can show you the definition of insanity, but I'm gonna let you figure out and understand what I just said first, and then maybe in another life, we can get to that. Rethink your comment with peace and love. I truly hope you understand the facts I commented on in the video, and while yes, I could provide direct clips and screenshots and all this stuff, like I said in the video, Ethan Klein has become very fucking litigious, and even if you say facts, he will find a way to try and get his lawyers to sue you. He has a shit ton of money. I do not have a shit ton of money. I'm not going to open myself up to unnecessary litigation. I'm just going to state facts and give my opinion based off those facts, which then makes it not defamation. So I cancel that out, and by not including clips and unnecessary extras, I also cancel out him saying I altered content. And lastly, on your comment, girl, you're fucking flawless in your profile picture. You know, maybe next comment, you just drop your skincare routine and you can maybe make some makeup content, girl. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, get your funny up, not your dummy up.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
Bro Hassan Glazer, XD pseudo-intellectual rambles. Hassan Glazer, you know what? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I do like to glaze people who value human life over any form of statehood. Yeah, I will glaze the fuck out of that, especially if it's at the risk of their own safety, which, let's be real, Hassan with his size probably gets a shit ton of death threats. Take some real balls, considering the FBI probably has an agent dedicated just to sift through Hassan's death threats daily. I do glaze him, yeah, a little bit, here and there. Now, don't get me wrong, I will call the motherfucker out when he's wrong. I have said plenty of times in his fucking chat that I think he is a bit too much of a bitch when it comes to some of his arguments. He leaves too much breathing room. Now, yes, I am making a video responding to you guys' comments, but I think my responses are relatively lighthearted. But if I had to make a video in response to Ethan or Destiny or some other idiot or Tim Pool or fucking, I don't know, fucking Candace Owens, I would rip into their existence, not just intelligently like I've been doing now with your comments, but also with the intent to fully take the mask off. He doesn't do that, and I think that's stupid as shit. He does do it, but it takes a lot to get him there, and I think that's stupid as shit. Oh, and also, the motherfucker always eats on stream, and he always does it at times when I am hungry as fuck, but I'm also in that point of the day where I'm too lazy to get the fuck up and go feed myself. So fuck him for that. Kaya's great though. He's also hot. Like, that plays a fair part. He's hot as fuck. Let's just be real. Okay, he's a good looking dude. And there's a version of me out there somewhere in an alternate reality where they're together. And I envy that version of me.
Ha! Gay!
A little bit of glazing. So, you know, half points to Slytherin. You know, because I feel like with a name like Ventus, you likely would be in that house. And you got half points. Be happy. You need to get off the internet. Got me there. But I think the whole, like, human species needs to get off the internet. Like, our overlords have, unfortunately, literally centered the world, like the entire world's existence around it. So, not exactly something we can all do together collectively as a species. You know, the only real challenger to it in sway and control is literally oil. So, you know, how about this? No. Gracias, amigo. So, with all of that being said and that dissecting of some of your responses, I hope that some of you do understand where I was coming from. I hope that some of you, once you fully comprehend my responses to your comments, realize that you should probably not make them again. Or if you're going to make them again, at least try. Maybe do like a week of research before you respond and then give a response. Because like I said, I have no problem admitting when I am wrong. I have no problem admitting a biases. I have no problem admitting that Hassan is hot. I have no problem admitting that I want Ethan Klein to get better. And I think the best way he can get better is first getting off the fucking internet and taking Elo with him. And I want them to do that because, again, they have kids. You have a home. You have a lot of finances. You've had a good run. And again, maybe somewhere down the line, if they get off the internet, gain their fucking sanity again, they can come back and do the H3 podcast. Again, when Ethan was talking about random shit that didn't require an understanding of it other than just to be normal, Ethan was funny. The podcast was funny. I literally watched it for like 2 years before Hassan, 2 or 3 years before Hassan showed up. And then the like 2 years of the podcast, and then a couple months afterwards, Ethan and the entire cast were funny. I wish nothing but the best for them. I wish nothing but the best for all of you that left comments. And I hope that you think about it next time. But let's be real, when it's on the internet, unless you're called out, people don't think. That's why I made this fucking video.